Welcome to the episode 2. Let's move on what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage of the different items. So first let's talk about the deep compression distributed products, the advantages. This is the low network bandwidth usage. The deep compression algorithm compresses one 2K video signal into one network signal. Usually 2M to 50M bandwidth. So the network transmission bandwidth required is quite low, and it has the obvious advantage in the case of wide area transmission and cross network. The second one is standard protocol docking using standard H.264, H.265 transmission protocol. Standard network video input can be realized such as network cameras and various decoding platforms, and visual preview and echo functions can be realized simply through a browser or the software. Another disadvantage is Unicast distributed communication leads to poor synchronization of splicing video wall. Due to the deep compression AV over IP system, Unicast communication is generally used. Therefore, when the picture is displayed on multiple screens, the TX side needs to send out the video one by one. In addition, there is no synchronization on the decoding side, and the picture will appear out the synchronization and more obvious the tearing for many. This is the deep compression distributed products advantage and disadvantage. So as you know, the YUV, the sampling leads to large image loss. The vast majority of deep compression AV over IP manufacturers in industry in China are based on Huawei's code chips for secondary development. However, since the chip samples the video in the form of YOV2 4x2x0, this leads to the lack of video color space of deep compression distributed system in the industry. This shortcoming is not obvious in natural image video, but it's particularly obvious in the case of text images and the different background colors. So this is the first disadvantage. The second disadvantage of this one is the ration leads to greater loss the picture quality. Since the compression ratio of the deep compression algorithm can reach 50 to 150 times, the high compression ratio must bring about a reduction in image quality. This is Sherman's theorem, or the basic principles of information theory. Also, the various algorithm can reduce the picture's loss, but it still cannot achieve a visually lossless display. In fact, only by reduce the compression ratio and increase the transmission bandwidth can better to show the video effects. This one can be achieved. So this is the disadvantage of this one. Another is the inter-frame compression algorithm caused large delay. This is important one of this type. Since the H.264 and 265, the mostly uses inter-frame compression algorithms. This algorithm will cause 2 to 3 frames of picture delay when encoding and decoding, and a total 4 to 6 frame delay will be caused. Although the video display is can be acceptable at the same time, but if it used in KVM, users will feel a more obvious sense of a lag, which is reduced customer satisfaction. Another disadvantage is Unicast distributed communication leads to poor synchronization of splicing video wall. Due to the deep compression AV over IP system, Unicast communication is generally used. Therefore, when the picture is displayed on multiple screens, the TX side needs to send out the video one by one. In addition, there is no synchronization on the decoding side. And the picture will appear out the synchronization and more obvious the tearing for many. This is the deep compression distributed products advantage and disadvantage.